He just takes his hand and slaps me. It's -4 degrees outside, but feels like -26. I cannot sleep, so I've literally just been staring at my galaxy projector all night. Happy Vlogmas Day 24, and happy Christmas Eve. I'm gonna try to go back to bed for a little bit because I have a long and busy day. Today is the day. I have a flight attendant coming over to pick up our mattress. I love this mattress. It's so comfortable. I'm gonna miss it, but I hope they will enjoy it. Bed is gone now. He did not take the bed frame, so he's gonna come back and get that another day this week. I'm gonna get ready for standby now. I have to pack my suitcase, get everything ready. I have not worked in like 2 weeks, so my suitcase is pretty bare. Literally have nothing in there but a pair of Birkenstocks and a reusable bag. I really did pack a little bit of everything, some jeans, t-shirts, pair of shorts, because I don't know what kind of weather I could go to today. There's really so many possibilities. Just finished getting ready for work. Added a cute little Christmas necklace to my attire today. I don't always wear my blazer, but I typically do bring it to standby because you never know if you're gonna get an international trip, especially with it being the week of Christmas. Definitely wanna have it because there's a high possibility that I could potentially go international today and we have to wear a blazer internationally, so I'm just gonna wear it to standby today. Typically I would just bring it and then wear a sweater, but you know, we're gonna look nice today. It's Christmas week, let's go all out. I actually got this necklace from the dollar store. Literally cost me $1 and it lights up, but I'm not gonna turn it on yet. I was gonna call an Uber, but $38? I don't know about that. Let's check Lyft. Ooh, $28. We're gonna do Lyft. Ended up taking a Lyft over to the airport. I was a little nervous because the roads were not so good on the way there. We were kind of slipping and sliding around. But once we got on the highway, it was all good. The airport was a madhouse. Obviously, the day before Christmas, it's going to be super busy, and it did not disappoint. There were news crews covering how busy the airport was. Once I got through security, I went to the Share the Joy Cafe. It's a little cafe for holiday travelers presented by my airline, where you can come pick out a drink and some snacks for your flight, all free of charge. Everything was complimentary. You pick out a drink, then you go pick up your bag of snacks, and before you get your bag of snacks, you press the little snowflake button, and the little board will give you a single way to share some joy this holiday season. After the cafe, I went down to the crew room where they had a hot chocolate bar set up for us. You can make your own hot chocolate. They had different toppings, whipped cream, marshmallows, even peppermint, and they even had some Oreos to go along with it. Such a nice touch and such a generous thing that my airline did for us. And then I went into the quiet room and slept for literally 3 hours. And then you guys will never guess where I ended up going. All right, made it to the hotel. This room is actually pretty spacious. I love these little benches for my luggage. Let's see what we got going on over here. It is so hot in this room. 76 degrees. Oh my gosh. Nice big king size bed. Love that. Let's see what we got going on over here. This is cute. Hello. We have a fridge, which is nice. A lot of shelves. And then a little bathroom. Cool. I'm gonna get changed out of my uniform and then I'll tell you what city I'm actually in. Let's chat. There is something right on my lens. So before I tell you what city I'm in, I want you to stop for a second, go in the comments and comment down below what city you think I'm in. I'll give you a hint. It is a city here in the United States. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Go. Are y'all ready? I am in Chicago. I did not go anywhere today, which I am seriously, I've never been in so much shock about work in my life before. There was not one part of me that thought I was going home today. I was a million, trillion, gazillion % positive I was going on a trip today, but yet here I am in the city of Chicago still. They did not call me once. They did not even call me to pre-board for a flight attendant who was running late. I went in the crew room, knocked out, slept almost my entire standby shift. That's why I didn't really vlog at the airport, because I literally slept for 4 hours. My alarm went off at 6 p.m. I had no missed calls, thank God. Went to my supervisor, got released, and that was it. So you may be asking like, well, what are you doing? Obviously, I sold my bed this morning, if you saw the very beginning of this vlog. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna put some blankets and pillows on the floor. I don't care, I'll sleep on the floor. I really don't care, because I actually have a trip tomorrow, which I'll talk more about here in a minute. And John was like, absolutely not. You're not sleeping on the floor, and we got a hotel for me. So I'm here in Rosemont, which is just one stop on the train from the airport. I'm super close. And like I just said, I have a trip tomorrow. My first trip in like 2 weeks. So I was hoping for like a 4-day trip or a long trip because I don't have a bed here in Chicago, but I got a 2-day, which is better than nothing. So tomorrow I check in at 7:45 in the morning and I have 2 legs. They're both fairly long. I think they're both blocked at over 4 hours. So leg 1, I'm going from Chicago to, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this, Providenciales or Providencials. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going from Chicago to Turks and Caicos, the island. I wish we were staying there. I sit for about an hour and then we go from Turks to Houston. So I'll be spending Christmas in Houston. Super short layover in Houston, and then the next day I go from Houston to Los Angeles to Chicago. So it's really not a hard trip, just the flights are pretty long. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm flying aft galley. I have a lot of work to do tomorrow morning. And then day 2, I'm scheduled to fly with my classmate as long as she doesn't like trade out of the trip or call it sick or something. Nancy, if you're watching this, you better not call out because I'm looking forward to seeing you. And I'm super excited because it's really rare that I ever fly with my classmates. I feel like I never fly with any of them. The majority of us were Houston based, but now we're kind of all over the place. We're in Houston, LA, San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Denver. We're scattered about all over the place. It is now around 8 p.m. so I want to get ready for bed fairly soon. I do have to edit this vlog before I go to bed though, so I should probably get started on that. But I think first, before I go to bed, I want to take a nice hot shower. Or maybe I'll edit and then shower? I don't know. Okay, it is way too hot in here. We'll do 70 because it is like -30 outside. So instead of taking a shower right now, I do want to tell you guys something that happened to me the other day in Chicago. And I know there's probably going to be people on here that don't believe this story because I just told you another crazy story that happened to me recently in Chicago. So if you don't believe me, I'm sorry, but God is my witness on this one. So remember the other night, I don't remember what Vlogmas day it was. It was whatever night I went to the Christmas bar and stuff. I told you that a man stopped us on the street and said he was going to kill us. Well, a totally separate man had an altercation with me the other night, and I didn't talk about it yet on here. I did post about it on my Instagram story because at the time I kind of like laughed it off, but the more I think about it, the more uncomfortable it makes me because it should have never happened. I was walking home the other night to my apartment, and as I was walking, this man, he runs up to me and it catches me off guard. I had my headphones in, and I typically try not to walk with headphones in at night, and he's like yelling at me. So I take my headphones out and I'm like, hi. And I'm trying to be nice. I thought there was something wrong. Maybe he needed help with something. Maybe he needed something from me. I don't know. So I'm like, hi. And he just goes off on me. He's screaming at me like right in my face. And I could tell he wasn't, I want to choose my words carefully because I never want to assume things about somebody and I never want to feed into stereotypes of homeless people. But I could tell that this man most likely was homeless. And forgive me, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm not talking bad about homeless people. Anyway, the man that approached me, I could tell he was homeless and he's just yelling at me, yelling in my face, and I didn't even know what was happening. And this all happened so quickly. Once I get my headphones out, the first thing I hear him say to me is, do you think we're in Germany or something? And I said, excuse me? And he goes, don't you ever walk in front of me again. And I was like, okay, like I was so confused. And before I could even respond with something, he just takes his hand and slaps me. And I did stick up for myself. I did say, please don't touch me. And he's just going off saying he's gonna beat me up, all this stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? Like in my head, I can't even like process what is happening because everything happened so quickly. And he's like, who do you think you are walking in front of me? What's the matter with you? And I'm like, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't do anything. I'm just walking. What are you talking about? And he's like, do you want me to beat you up? Do you want me to beat you up? And I'm like, no, like what is going on? I don't think I've ever been slapped before or hit or anything. I don't think I've ever been like assaulted like that. I ended up just power walking away from him and he went into McDonald's, but then he came back out and I kind of low-key thought he was looking for me, which really scared me. So I ended up taking like the long way back to my apartment. There's a street I could have walked straight to my apartment, but I was like, no way, if this guy follows me, I'm going down the most populated street where all the stores and restaurants are. And all of my friends and even John were like, you should call the police, file a police report. And I was just thinking, one, it's freezing cold outside. I don't want to be waiting outside for the police to show up. Two, by the time the police show up, this guy's probably going to be long gone. And I'm sure, I mean, like there's security cameras and stuff around. But just truthfully, I don't know if it was ignorant of me to think this way, but I just thought the police probably have way more serious things to respond to than somebody slapping me. I mean, honestly, let's just be real here. I just think that they probably could use their resources a little more wisely than responding to a report of somebody slapping me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I have filed a police report? Should I have done something? Because then you think about like, well, what if this guy does it again? Like if he does it to me, he could easily do it to a woman or somebody else or like somebody smaller than me or anybody realistically. So then I'm like, maybe I should have filed the police report, but I guess it's never too late. I don't know. What do you guys think? The more I think about it, like the more unsettling it is, because I was talking to my cousin about this and she was just saying, when you are not 100% aware of what the reality was of the situation, like he thought we were in Germany. He kept saying over like, we're in Germany, this is Germany. When you don't have that realistic perception of what's happening, anything could happen. You know what I mean? Like that guy could have really beat me up and not even thought twice about it. So that's what's really scary. And I mean, I just tried my best to not escalate the situation because I didn't want something to happen. Like that guy could have easily beat me up right there on the street. And I was just trying to have the least amount of conflict as possible. I'm thanking my lucky stars that all this guy did was slap me because I mean, realistically, it could have been worse. So I'm thankful that I obviously wasn't injured. I'm totally fine. Was not even hurt, not even scratched or anything. Slapped around, but hey, if that's the worst of it, I got out pretty lucky. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I'm super tired and I need to edit this vlog now because it's going up in like less than 12 hours. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys tomorrow for, oh my gosh, the final day. The final day of Vlogmas. Holy moly. This went by so quickly. Good night, guys.